What do you think you bring to the table to an NFL team?
The only thing that you can really, guarantee when you first get on the team is, the type of work ethic and attitude that you bring each and every single day when you go to work. And that's all that you can provide for your team is you go there, show up every single day, have the right attitude, get ready to work, and always do the extra stuff and do your best to earn respect from your teammates and the coaches.
Can you explain this process to someone that, I mean, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah, it's a long process from your last college game to picking an agent, the Senior Bowl, the combine, individual workouts, and it's a long process. But there's tons of chances to learn and grow along it, and you can improve as a player while you're being evaluated. And it's an interesting process, but it's once in a lifetime, so you have to try and enjoy it while you're going through it.
Can you compare it at all to being recruited from high school to college, or is it totally different?
It's a lot different. It's the same basis where you're trying to move to the next level, but in college you kind of have an option. You get to choose, and now it's more so you're filling out your application, then you get to hand it in, and you don't really have any say or control over where you go. But you're happy to be at any spot, no matter where it is, and you get a chance to play at the next level.
When you went to combine, what went through your mind there when you're up against the best guys that I don't know if you're up against, but you're almost teammates, but you're up against those guys in that scenario?
Yeah, it's definitely a feel where you're all going through it together, and you're kind of facing the same thing, and everybody's kind of an individual. It's not really a team thing anymore, but it's a unique scenario where you have a chance to meet a lot of people, and you get to go out there and perform under a kind of a different circumstance than you're used to. And it was, like I said, a chance to grow and meet new people, and it was fun. It was one of those things that you have to go through to experience. Even if you hear it from former teammates and coaches before you go into it, you have to kind of be there to understand how it really goes.
I know that every quarterback wants to be his own man, but when people are comparing you to Tom Brady right now, how does that make you feel?
That comparison, it's kind of silly. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings. I'm not even on a team, let alone had a completion in a game. So it's kind of just one of those things where people try to draw comparisons, and that's normal. I understand that, but for me, it's I'm just trying to do my best to be a great quarterback, and he's the best that there is, and that's kind of a silly comparison.
All right. How about just the whole scenario that's going on? I mean, this is the first class that's really has to go through a lockout, unlockout kind of scenario, and how does that play in? And you just keep checking with your agent, or how does that affect anything?
It's one of those things where it's out of your control as a player, and you don't really have any say. So you have to just listen to what happens and try to learn from it. And all you can do is find a spot to work out and try to improve your game, so that when you get on a team, you're there and you're able to perform well. The lockout can't affect those things, so you have to just try your best to work through it and be able to adjust on the fly.
Can you touch on the fraternity and brotherhood of former Iowa athletes or former football players that are in the NFL? Because there's a long list.
Yeah. Talking with those guys, whether it's close friends from the past couple of years or guys down the road like Dallas Clark, all those guys kind of share the same stories. We've all gone through a lot of the similar things, and to be able to talk to them about this process or talk to them about Iowa football, it's definitely a great thing, and it's a good tradition, and I'm very honored and humbled to have had the chance to play football under Coach Ferentz at Iowa.
I'm sure you probably had a chance to read the story about you and David Lighty that was I don't know if you saw that or not, but isn't that interesting that you and David are both kind of growing through this together in 2 different sports, and are you guys friends at all, or is there a connection?
There's definitely mutual respect there. I remember seeing him at a Ohio State-Iowa game at Iowa, and he's doing a tremendous job at Ohio State. The chances I do get, I would definitely watch him play. He's a tremendous basketball player, a great guy. He's a very hard worker, and to see him have success it's a great thing for all the people back here.
I mean, it's great pride, isn't it, for our community?
Yeah, absolutely. To see guys that you play with in high school in the same conference to go on and do bigger things at the next level and hopefully get a chance at a professional career is very exciting.